Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 18 of Direwolf20's Enigmatica 2 Expert Mode playthrough. Today, working on some stuff and possibly even some things. That's the plan, at least. We've got a runic matrix. Huzzah! Between episodes I did a little bit of work. Hey, cool. Stable. Aren't you supposed to be like that? Isn't that what you do? Arcane. Actually, no, wait, you're different, aren't you? I was just going off of what was placed here already, but I want to say runic matrix. They're both arcane blocks. None of you. No bricks, just blocks. Yeah, so between episodes, I made a few things. Huzzah! We've got a runic matrix. Cool. I think I want to hit this with this thing once, just to get him going, right? And that gets him up and running. Sweet. That's cool. That is cool. So we've got a few arcane pedestals. I might want to make one more. Shouldn't be too hard to make another arcane pedestal. Yeah, I've got the resources for it. It's just arcane stone. Actually, this. So, like, that. And that's it, right? So we had several places here where it was planned. Now I think I might wind up needing more, because that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know if there's any more than 8. I guess we'll find out. So we'll see. I don't know if any infusions require more than 8, but we'll find out. And when it does, we'll throw 2 more in there somewhere. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's all good. So we've got a very stable gain of 0.17. Now remember, we can do things to like stabilize this. We'll take a look at that in a minute. I want to talk about all the things I did between episodes. So I did a bunch of research between episodes. Unlocked infusion. Got a bunch of research taken care of. Also went through the alchemy section of things. Got ready to do alchemical automation. Also, Advanced Essentia Transport is now unlocked to us, and I'd like to get some better things like Improved Essentia Distillation 1 and 2. We'll take care of that maybe this episode, but I definitely immediately want to make the filling and emptying Essentia Transfusers, which will allow us to automatically transport liquid that's in these Arcane Alembics into these jars. Cool? However, to do that, I'm debating exactly how I want to do that. I'm not sure that it's going to reach all the way over to here. And short of placing this thing like right here in the center of the room, it might be able to reach. I think the book tells us the range, right? So 16 blocks in the direction it's facing, right? So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this right here is like the 14 block range. So it's like right up to here is about where you can be, right? I might be able to stick this guy in this corner. Like move the research table and put this thing in the corner there. And if I did that, it would probably be cool. What I do is I'll probably just move you, because I don't know that I even need a chest sitting there. And then we can move this and put it here, right, with the paper and the scribing tools. And then I'm going to break this down. Harvest level cobalt, huh? So these guys say harvest level osmium, which you don't seem to be happy with. Okay. But you need to be harvest level cobalt. I might need to upgrade this thing. So if I made you a cobalt pick, would that be cool? Like, what would a cobalt pick look like? I need to upgrade this to a harvest level cobalt anyway. And we do have cobalt because we got some in the nether recently. So I might do a quick upgrading of my thingy here. So right now we've got osmium, right? And I just passed it. So your durability is 500. Okay. If I got cobalt, your durability would be 780. Right, and I do eventually want to go ahead and do some stuff. Momentum, mining blocks increases your speed as long as you keep going. Cool. Okay, so I might want to upgrade you to a cobalt head, only because you'd have a faster mining speed and more durability than I currently have. So let's get 2 cobalt out of here and melt that stuff down and get ourselves a pickaxe head ready to go, because that's what we're going to want from you. You know what? You can stay in there. That's a good place for materials in you. I'm sure in a future episode I'll be like, where's my materials in you book? And then everybody will yell at me because that's where it is. And totally got a scanner last episode from a loot box. I'm a little excited about that. Next time I go mining, I'm going to try and make sure that I'm on camera so you guys can actually see me go do that. And maybe that'll be cool. All right, so you cook down that cobalt, and then I want to upgrade my pick. How many upgrades do I have available on you? I'm starting to regret using 2 upgrades for mending, and I should have just gone ahead and put it all into, you know, infinite durability, but it doesn't really matter. I'll get infinite durability. I already have 5 upgrades on it, so cool. There we go. So I should be able to get like an infinite durability, because it's 5, right? Is the modifiers I need for infinite durability. That should be within reach. So if I did this, this should be overall more durability, more mining speed, less attack, but I don't care. And like, you gain additional XP. Yeah, okay, cool. We get momentum. Okay, I'll take it. So overall, a better pickaxe, and that's cool. Nice. All right, so let's sleep through the night. And then I can move that thing, because I've now got cobalt level mining, which is nice. And we should be good to go. And I should probably do something about the quests and whatnot, but I'm not too worried about it at this moment. So does that mean we're happy now? Harvest level cobalt. That's what we have, right? Mining level cobalt. Yes. I don't know why it's saying red. But as long as I get my Essentia smelter back. If I don't, I'm going to consider it a bug and cheat it back in, because you just know Dyer's going to do that. Yay! It did work. I don't know why it's red, though. Weird that it's harvest level red. Maybe because it doesn't have a tool specifically associated with it. All right, so we'll put our Essentia smeltery here for now, right? We might need to move that up a little bit, because I might want to put some of the upgrades on it, which means I would need to get to the other sides of the Essentia smeltery. But at the very least, it just means I have to move it again, which is no big deal. All right, let me get ready to craft the filling and emptying Essentia smelters and the automated arcane alembic stuff, and we'll be right back. All right, so in order to get this going, right, we need the emptying and filling Essentia transfuser. And these things are always backwards in my brain. What it refers to, the way I remember it, is what it does to jars. So the filling Essentia transfuser fills the jars, and the emptying Essentia transfuser empties the jars. Like, my brain thinks emptying means I place this on an alembic and it empties the alembic. It's the opposite of that. So if you read the book here, it says the filling Essentia transfuser can take Essentia directly from a pipe network or other Essentia source and transport it to jars within 16 blocks of the direction it's facing. So we want 2 filling Essentia transfusers, which means we need 2 dispensers, 2 alchemical constructs, right? So that shouldn't be too bad. Dispensers are what? Bows? And red string? Or string and red string. Okay, cool. I'll take that. So we've got some string here. We even have 2. Look at that. Nice. And we're going to need some cobblestone. Bada bing, bada boom. So we're going to want 2 dispensers. Why can't I shift click into here? Doesn't matter. We'll make that super quick. Cool. And then, so for filling Essentia transfusers, we're also going to want alchemical constructs. So to make those, we're going to need some iron plates, some quicksilver drops, which we've got a few of. We've got a couple of, but we're probably going to wind up needing more. Probably. And I made more iron plates. We've got some alchemical brass. Let's get a couple more alchemical brass right here. Boom. Boom. Oh, I'm so bad at throwing things. Cool. And then you can go in there, and that should be cool. Nice. All right. And then we're going to want to turn one of these into that, and then we want some Essentia tubes. That will get me 8. And I need another piece of glass. I don't have any glass on me. Ha! Sorry, there's some right here. Remember I made it an episode or 2 back? Boom. Okay. So this will get me enough tubes, hopefully, to craft what I need to craft. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop. Cool. So now to make the the filling Essentia, we also need some Essentia valves, which are levers. So we're going to need 4, let's make 8 of these. Because I know that eventually we're going to need many more than we currently have. Okay. So in here, we'll take this 8 and we'll do that. Cool. And we can use that to make alchemical constructs. We just need some great wood logs or planks, right? So you can make... I want a bunch of these because I know we're going to need a few. Oh, wow. It takes a lot of V to make that. And, you know, the aura's been a little bit taxed. It's being refilled, but it's being taxed. I should probably look into that thing. I want to say it's under Artifice. Or maybe it's under Auramancy. It is, the Workbench Charger. We need a blank lesser focus. We'll work on that next. How's that sound? So we'll start with 4 of these just because aura purposes, and then we'll be a little bit more careful in the future. So you guys go away. You go away for a minute. I'm gonna actually need you in a sec. And you can go back in here. Okay, cool. All right, and then we'll clear this out, and you guys can go away. But we have enough to make more alchemical constructs, which we will absolutely need because we're going to be making the stuff in a sec. So filling Essentia Transfuser needs those iron plates that I just put away, but I did make ahead of time. And we should be able to make 2 filling Essentia Transposers. That's cool. We need 95 V for that. Holy cow, that is just killing me. But there we go. Nice. So that's 1. And once the aura fills back up with V energy, boom. And yes, I know there's clothing I can wear that will reduce the cost of the crafting and whatnot, but it's all good. All right, cool. So with that taken care of now, check this out. If I want to do that, ta-da, we've got that thing happening. Sweet. As I fall into the basement. Look, it's filling up. Yay. Nice. All right. Good times. So this thing should reach all the way back here. We can validate that with some Victus or some Terra. Terra sounds like a perfect thing to validate that with, right? We'll throw 1 Terra crystal in there, and then boom. As long as it makes its way to the jar, which it wouldn't leave the Essentia Transfuser if it wouldn't make its way to the jar. As long as it makes its way over there, we should be cool. All right, good deal. So the only other thing we're going to want now is to use the alchemical construct to make the automated alchemy thing. So to get that going, we're going to want a crucible and 2 alchemical constructs. So that seems almost too easy. So we're going to want 2 of you. Did I make an extra crucible? I did, but I used it. So we need another one. I'm going to pop you here. Ta-da! Look at that. How cool is that? All right, let's cook up some coal. Right, and what that should do is rapidly fill the jars for Potentia and Ignis. Cool. So there's your Potentia jar. And what I think I'm going to wind up having to do is put the rest of my empty jars back here. So what I'm going to do is remove this, put it... Hey, a quest was completed by doing that. Hooray. Here, and then we can put jars like that. And I'll get some labels going soon-ish. Soon-ish labels, right? And there goes your Ignis. Perfect. Now you need some night ore. So what I'm going to do is break you real quick. Because just like the actual crucible, it needs a flame underneath it. And you know what else I need? I need... So we need some night ore here. I need more glowstone. I don't have enough glowstone. But that should be enough to get things crafted. So like an example, right? Let's throw some flint in there. Okay. And that should be cool. And you're going to do the earth thing, which is all the way over here. And then we should get some instrumentum into a jar somewhere. And we're just going to demonstrate that this works. And then I'm going to probably pop over to the nether and grab myself. So like if we put this in here and we say we want some alchemical brass. Oh, you know what else I need is that filling Essentia, dude. Yes, that's right. Okay. So I need the filling, or the emptying Essentia transfusion. So that's a hopper and another alchemical construct, right? So let's fill in this floorboard for a sec. I'm going to pick you up for a minute. Hey, cool. Quest complete alchemical construct. Nice. We need hoppers, which means we need that chest that we made before. We need that. We need 2 of you. Put 2 of you away. And we need 1 of you. And that should be cool. So filling, or emptying, is going to empty the dudes, right? So then we're going to need... a hopper, and then filling, no, emptying, see, it's backwards in my brain, right? Empty the jars, and I always forget where to put this thing. I want to say it's here. So if I do this, huzzah! We have success. All right, cool. Now where'd you go? Did you spit into my inventory already? I think you did. Cool. We're going to want a chest here of some description. Some kind of storage process for chest. Do we not have one? We can get one mighty quick though, right? Yeah, I don't see why not. We just need some of you and some of you and a button. And this makes 2 at a time as well, so that's nice. That's the planks that I want. I'm going to hang on to all but 1 of you. Cool. And I believe that we want our chest to sit here, so that when we put our iron into here... Perfect! Or I could put a hungry chest, you know, down 1, which I might wind up doing, just because, you know... How hard is it to make the hungry chest? Do we have the recipe for it yet? Hungry chest is probably an artifice. There he is. We need a hopper and a chest of some form. We'll go. Okay, why not? Also, it's getting dark. I might as well run to my base and, you know. So let's get 2 of you chests that I just made. Hungry chest. Cool. Research complete. Can't imagine it's that hard to make, right? I mean, it's just a chest. I hope it's easy. Then I have to go to the nether. But let's real quick look. Hungry chest. Oh yeah, it's easy. It's a trapdoor with some great wood planks. I can make that happen really quick and easy. Is that like, It is. Cool. It's only 15 aura as well. The magic-y stuffy. So I might have a trapdoor over here already. I expected I might have a trapdoor, but maybe not. Maybe I imagined having a trapdoor. Cool, now I can put a hungry chest here, right? So let's put this here. We'll put the hungry chest here, and then we don't need this here anymore. And then as one final test... Right, we can grab 1 more iron, pop it in there. You're gonna pull, ta-da! Alchemical, beautiful. Loving it, perfect, awesome. The crucible is gonna go back here in a sec, but I wanted to pop over to the nether. Yes, the nether. Because one thing I've never gotten around to getting is much glowstone. So let me clean up my inventory super quick. Arcane stone, you can go away, you can go away, you can go away, you can go away. I actually used most of the iron. I made half a stack of iron plates, and I used almost all of them, so that's cool. Dinner. All right, to the nether we go. Gonna get some glowstone, then we'll come back in a sec, and we've got automated alchemy, which is cool. And now we can get into some infusion and some other good stuff. Because once you automate alchemy, Thaumcraft becomes a lot easier to do. It's all the crafting with alchemy that's tricky, right? But now that it's automated, it's a lot better. All right, I'm going to call that a healthy enough amount of glowstone. Let's take a stack with us over to the Thaumcraft area, because it is time to do more Thaumcrafty stuff. Alright, so I wanted to make sure that underneath here goes another Nitor. So we're going to throw a Nitor in here, unchoose you, and choose you. You should draw in Fire, Lux, which I might have enough of, I might not. I'm a little bit short on Lux, but I can make more of that. And I think I've even got more of you in here. Cool. Hooray, Lux! And then Potentia. Cool. You go there, and we've got a functional Cauldron Crucible. In case I need it again, I don't know that I will, but we've got it in case we do. Almost all my alchemical stuff should be happening here now, but we'll see. So the next thing we should do is just make this a little bit more efficient before we wrap up the alchemy stuff. There's not a lot more alchemy to do beyond this, but you need Arcane Bellows before we can do that, which is an artifice item, I think. Arcane Bellows, I would think. Where is Arcane Bellows? Is this you? Yeah, you need an Infernal Furnace first. So I need a Blaze Rod, a Nether Brick, and an Obsidian. I should have all of those things. I'm not going to use the furnace unless there's like a compelling reason to. But, you know. Okay, so... triple meat treat. Love it. Pork, chicken, one of each kind. Just out of curiosity, do we have 3 kinds of meat? We do have chicken. We have mutton. I've gotten... Okay, just thinking out loud here. Might be a cool thing. But that got us the furnace. Now we need the bellows, which just needs an air crystal. And a Golomancy, but we scanned that, so we're cool. Speaking of scan all the things, there's a lot of things I probably haven't scanned yet. Very stable. Very stable. Okay, cool. You can go back away, and you're cool. So, we wanted to make the air crystal. Boom. And that should unlock Arcane Bellows for us. Nice. And then Arcane Infusion Alchemy. There we go. We wanted an improved Essentia Distillation Part 1. They could always be faster. Sorry to use it. It should be a simple matter for me to speed up the process. So that sounds cool, right? Faster and more efficient. Auxiliary slurry pumps. Placed on the side of a smelter, acts as a second processor, outputting refined Essentia to any alembics placed above it. So we're going to want one of these auxiliary slurry pumps. Okay, one. Should be cool. And I might need to move some things, but we'll see. I might move you forward to here. I'm trying to, like, not break the building, but we'll see what happens. So I'd like one auxiliary slurry pump, and I'd also like this guy. That is a way to manage the flux generated by the smelting process. So this will cut down on the flux we're producing. By running the slurry through a secondary set of venting ports fitted with filters, I'm able to separate out the flux and safely vent it as harmless steam. Like the slurry pumps, the vents need to be placed on the side of the smelter. This process will reduce the flux by about 1/3, and additional vents will increase this, although there are diminishing returns. So I'm thinking 2 venting ports and 1 auxiliary slurry pump, right? So an auxiliary slurry pump and 2 venting ports, right? So for that, we're going to need a filtered Essentia tube. We're going to need overall 3 alchemical constructs, which is pretty much exactly what I have the resources to produce right about now, though I might need more iron plates. So let's go get another hefty amount of iron plates. Might need a little bit of brass, but we'll find out when we get there. And then I'll have to make a return trip. Boom. Luckily, this is a quick craft. Cool. And then you do need some brass plates, so we're going to need actually kind of like about 6 brass plates. So while that's cooking, let's go get ourselves a little bit more brass. I should have some good amount of flint. Now, Terra is one of the aspects that I find we tend to have a lot of. So what I'm going to do is take my Terra jar, and I'm going to upgrade him, which luckily in this version of Thaumcraft, it's very easy to do. You just place it in there by itself, and it turns into a void jar. Easy peasy, right? Quest complete. Yay. Terra is one that you have a lot of, usually excess. So I'm going to throw that in there, and then we'll get, you know, let's say 8 more of you. So I turn you off, and I turn you on. And I told you we'd need 6 total plates, so let the rest craft. We'll go get our 6 plates while that all's cooking over there. You should be done, and then you just have the 6 plates to do. Whoops. Don't compress my Thaumanomicon. Thaumanomicon. Okay. And we might need a little bit more Quicksilver. And for that, you can be smelted into Quicksilver, yes? Is it just straight up? Can I do this? No, it does not look like I can do that. Can I do this? Yes. And that'll get me the Quicksilver I need. So I think we might need a few more pipes. Hooray! Magic. Alright, so for you, we're going to need... That's the 3 alchemical components that we need for this, right? So the other stuff is the Arcane Bellows, which is going to need a leather, and some iron, and some great wood planks are going to be needed here, right? So one of you. So I need one of these. So that's one of these. That's a quest. Sweet. I'm going to need another pipe, that's why. That's why I grabbed more Quicksilver, because I had a feeling I'd need another pipe. And luckily that's pretty easy to make, because we still have those nuggets, right? Yes. There they are. Glass and another iron plate. I thought I got a bunch of iron plates. Didn't I just make a ton of iron plates? Didn't I just make a ton of iron plates? Did I use them all already? Is that even possible? Is such a thing even possible? Did I really use all those iron plates? Or did I not get them out of the chest? That is the type of thing that's possible. I knew I made a bunch. See? Dyer and derping. Right? Dyer and the derps. New band name, just called it. Okay, so you just need some glass now. Which means you. Which means you. Sweet. And now we need 2 of you, which needs more Essentia. So 4 Essentia filters. That should be 2. Cool. So we have to wait for the V to charge up, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal. So to get this working properly, right, we essentially, see what I did there? Essentially? I think I'm just going to move this. Wow, this thing's really hard to pick up. Even for my super fast pickaxe. What if I put you here? Is this ugly? I can never tell. So like if I put him here, we could have this, this, and this for the add-ons. Would that be awful? Can't really tell for sure. I almost want to fill in this hole because I keep falling into it. Do I have... Crisis averted. Part of me wants to like, but if I break you, so I could keep it in the corner here, but that means breaking holes into the wall. So like, what's preferential here? This is me like legitimately not understanding how things look nice, right? Like my instinct is to break these 2 holes, right? I should have some dirt in here somewhere if I just cycle through all my stuff, right? And I could keep this here, and we'll have, like, basically this and this would also be... see, that's ugly-ish. I'm sure that's not supposed to be good, right? Another instinct would be to keep it here, and then we could have, you know, stuff on either side, like this, 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 and that, right? But then we'd have to break this to have the thing on top of it, right? So I'm thinking... Right, the alembic goes here. Auxiliary slurry pump goes here. And then we could have our alembics, right? And then, wow, 142V, huh? Listen, zombie, I know you want attention, bro, but like, come on. And I don't need these pants. Trying to work out how to make things look nice, and your constant noise is not helping. Wow, we only have like a tiny amount of V available in this chunk. I mean, we're getting there. It's filling up, but we need more. I need to make that thing that will make that better, right? But then we could have our vents here and here. So is that terrible to do that? I think it's okay. I mean, it feels compact here if I do that. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Right? If we're strictly speaking about making things look nice. Unless I wanted to reverse this setup. I could reverse this setup and it would be a little bit less ugly, wouldn't it? What if I did this? I'm legitimately trying, guys, and I know I'm not good at this, and I apologize. Enderium harvest level? What? You better not, like, get destroyed, because I'll be very upset. Oh, good. I wasn't going to go craft an Enderium pick. Like, that wasn't going to happen. Just to break that thing. Right? But what if we did this? Come here, you. Okay, we'll need to fill this in a little bit nicely, but we'll get there. What if we put the vents here, right? So we could stick the crucible here, or not the crucible. The Essentia smelter here, right, with our auxiliary slurry pump here, and then our two alembics here and here with these guys, right? So that should be pretty cool, and then we have access to both sides, right? And then over here, we'll just remove this thing. See, guys, I'm legit trying, like you have no idea. All right, and then we can have our crucible and these things. I just need to burn another Salus. And then you can do that. I think I can rotate you. It's not ideal, but I think it works. Yeah, and then I can put this here and the hungry chest here. Assuming you can reach your Terra all the way down here, which I'm thinking you probably can, right? And we can test this by snagging one of these dudes and asking for a Terra, right? So the fact that it can reach all the way down there is good. I like that. I think that's both compact and better aesthetically pleasing than not, right? So there's one auxiliary venting port. Boom. And that's going to help with mess making, right? So that'll help with less flux in the environment, which is good. And that should all work very nicely. All right, I'm going to call that good. I'm going to say that I like the way that looks and works and functions and everything. And the floor looks cool. It does now. Cool. Good. Deal. Okay. All right, I like it. I call it good. All right, so that feels to me like a pretty good wrapping up point for the episode. So we'll probably wind up with more jars down here, but we've got very well progressed into Thaumcraft. We definitely want to make this thing, right? So we're going to want a blank lesser focus, which is just an Ordo Crystal, right? So I think some Aurum. Can we get Aurum off Salus? No, we can't. It's a good source of the Procantio, but not Aurum. Let's just test this. Right? So you guys are doing your jobs, right? And you're both nice. That is cool. And we're getting less flux as a result, right? So if we wanted a Ordo Crystal, boom, and we wanted to craft that into what we need, which is a blank lesser focus. We're going to need some Aurum, which we can get off of. It's definitely wrapping up point, though. Nether Star Nugget? Yeah, we're not going to have Nether Stars. Timewood Leaves, sure. Neither of those things sounded all possible. Shimmerleaf has some Aurum on it. Good. Can we make more of these? In the Phytogenic Isolator, we can. No, it just makes Quicksilver with 1, so we don't actually get more. But that's alright, we'll find more out and about in the world. But that should be enough Aurum to melt you down pretty well and good. Right? And that should get you crafting. Cool. And then some Vitreous. We can throw some glass in there if we need a little bit more of that. Hooray! Which means we can unlock basic Oromancy, which means magic spells, which is always good. We need the Focal Manipulator and examine fire very closely, but let's look into that next episode. But that'll get me towards the Workbench Charger, which will help me to do more magic. But then we also want to get into Astral, right? So Astral Sorcery should be nearing the start for us. So we're going to have to look into that. I think Luminous Crafting Table is one of the things we're going to want to get going. So maybe next episode we'll take a little Thaumcraft break and get into Astral. Does that sound cool? We might do a little bit more Thaumcraft. I don't know. We'll figure it all out. Also, I wanted to play with the scanner. Maybe we'll take a peek at that next episode too. For now, Double20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. Astral Sorcery is up next. And for now, just take it easy. All right, guys?